Yes, sir. We're officially back at it. This is Boog Nice coming at you with the Marvel Legends Sandman Build-A-Figure Wave Black Suit Spider-Man figure review. Let's do it.
Ain't for no scalper. You a scalper? Then fuck out shit. This one's for them real collectors. That's army building and posing figures. Marvel Legends, imports, mini matey, I'm fucking with them. Hype beast, we know about you. Stay buying figs, don't know about it.
So I have the Black Suit Spider-Man out of the package, and it's a solid figure. It's a good figure. I do have a few gripes, but not too many surprises here. This is they utilized the Pizza Spidey mold here, and this is one that they've been using for quite a few different Spider-Man offerings over the past couple of years. If you've been collecting Marvel Legends for at least the past 2 years, then you know how this mold works and the mechanics of it. So, Sandman Build-A-Figure Wave. Each character in the wave comes with parts or accessories to complete the Sandman Build-A-Figure. Black Suit Spider-Man comes with two hand attachments, two alternate hand attachments for Sandman when he is complete. He comes with it's 4 in total spread out through the wave, but you have this sort of spiked mace, and you also have what I guess you can categorize as a mallet, or it sort of looks like a cinder block, but just in a sandy with a sandy sort of finish. And I think the detail on the mace and on this sort of mallet look pretty good. And then aside from the two fisted hands, he also has a pair of open hands. And I know someone out there is wondering why, if this is the Pizza Spidey mold, didn't they include the thwipping hands as well? And that's because traditionally the Black Suit Spider-Man or Venom or whoever, when they're wearing the symbiote, the webbing actually comes from the back of the hand here. There is no thwipping motion, or there is no web shooters needed. It's kind of built in to the suit and to how the symbiote is mimicking Spider-Man's powers. So only the 2 sets of hands. And if you don't know, the symbiote or the Black Suit Spider-Man first appeared in Secret Wars number 8 all the way back in 1984. Sometime after that, Eddie Brock became the classic Venom that we all know and love, but many people have bonded with the symbiote over the years, and it has taken many different forms. But I think that Eddie Brock is probably the most well-known. I'd say maybe Mac Gargan bonding with the symbiote is probably a close second with Eddie Brock. I don't know, maybe some people might like Flash Thompson and some of the things that he did with the symbiote, but I think Mac Gargan is one that was really popular because of the popularity of the Dark Avengers. And talking about that, I think that there's going to be a lot of back and forth as far as the head goes and how the eyes look. This is not, I wouldn't say that this is the original look of the eyes. I mean, it has been drawn so many different ways over the years, but I think that this can it can work for Peter Parker in the suit, but I also think that it can work for Mac Gargan in the suit as well. And this is probably a good replacement to whatever you've been using in the past as Mac Gargan for your Dark Avengers. I'm pretty sure that this is the Scarlet Spider-Man head. The head and the eyes look the same. I'll break that out in a minute for some comparisons, but let's go over the articulation. So real quick, going over the articulation, like I mentioned earlier, this is the Pizza Spidey mold, so shouldn't be too many surprises. The head is on a ball joint. It will look down pretty far. It will look up pretty far. You'll get left to right. You'll get a little bit of pivot on that joint. The head can pop off, so if you want to do some different things, and maybe if at some point we get a Peter Parker head, or if at some point we get a Mac Gargan head, or anybody else who is bonded with the symbiote, then that will be a possibility for swapping out the head. You do have this butterfly joint here at the shoulder, so that will give him a very nice range of motion as far as back and forth go. The shoulder is on a ball joint. This in the past has been a little bit of trouble, like you may get some rubbing here, but the arm does go up. It can do a full 360. The joints are very, very tight. You do get a swivel at the upper bicep. You do get a double jointed elbow. You get a hinge and a swivel at the wrist. You get a pretty decent ab crunch as far as back and forward. You do get rotation at the waist. You get this T-joint at the pelvis, so the legs can go up pretty far. They could come out pretty far. Not as far as you would probably like for Spider-Man, and that is a gripe that people have had with this mold, is that, you know, you can't get his legs to go out more, but they do come up pretty far. You're going to get that classic kind of crouching pose. You get a double jointed knee, no rotation at the shin. You get a nice hinge and pivot on the foot. So very nice range of motion. You can get him into some very classic and great Spider-Man poses, no doubt about that. Now, some of my gripes come with some of the paint detailing. Some of the paint here in the chest area is a little sloppy. You got a little bit of blotching and some black showing up in the white. I mean, I guess that's kind of case sensitive. You might have to, you know, look through several different options on the pegs and try to pick one that looks really, really good. Mine is not too bad. But, you know, it could be better. I don't like how there seems to be a little bit of plastic here along the lower rim of the face. Might have to take an X-Acto and kind of get some of that off. I don't know if it's even really showing up. I think the paint is a little caked up on the eyes a little bit as well. And on the back of the hands, it's not as clean as I would like it to be. I noticed that they continued the paint onto the shoulders for the completion of the spider symbol here, which I don't really have a huge problem with. It still works, but you can see on the back and front there how that works. I mean, I guess you can kind of attribute that to him kind of moving and the folds of the what would be the suit just kind of folding inward, I guess. So it's not really a huge deal, but like I said, my gripes are just with some of the paint applications. I think that the black though looks very good. It's not really glossy or anything. It's good. It's not gonna pick up too much light when you want to start taking pictures and doing your A.C.B.A. and what have you. I think it should look really nice when you start playing with some shadows and stuff like that, but overall, I think it looks good. And a few quick comparisons. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that this is the same head sculpt here, Scarlet Spider, and the black suit Spider-Man. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but these look identical to me. And I will get some comparisons of some black suited Spider-Man of the past real quick as well. There he is side by side with Flash Thompson Venom on the left and Eddie Brock on the right. And there he is with the black suited Spider-Man from the Red Hulk Build-A-Figure wave on the left. And we got Otto Octavius as Spider-Man bonded with the symbiote on the right. And I think that figure needs a do-over. Even though he only appeared, I think, probably in one issue of Superior Spider-Man, they need to redo this figure on maybe that new mold that I'll be showing from this wave, or at least the Captain America mold, the Captain America figure from the Onslaught Build-A-Figure wave. But this mold was just way too small for that particular figure. And now looking at the Red Hulk Black Suit Spider-Man, the proportions on that figure looks really, really weird and blocky now that you look at this. That used to be my go-to figure. And you can see the difference in the size of the head and the way the eyes look. I think the eyes do still look pretty good on that Red Hulk Build-A-Figure version. So definitely a figure with a lot of fun factor. I think this is going to be a highly sought after figure. I mean, people have been wanting Black Suit Spider-Man on the Pizza Spidey mold since the Pizza Spidey mold came out. You know, like I said, I would just recommend that you kind of look through the pegs and try to search for one with really, really good paint. This figure is actually 2 per case, so it shouldn't be, you shouldn't have too much of a hard time finding this figure. I did actually find this wave at retail out in New Jersey. I've seen it show up at retail out in California, so it seems to have spread across the United States and starting to pop up, especially this weekend. I get out to Toys R Us and try to find this wave, and this is one that I would definitely recommend. And I would recommend that you get multiples of this figure so you could do a little still motion and do some different things with panels. And you know, you got a lot of options, a lot of playability, a lot of fun factor with this guy here. Alright, so until next time, peace.
crispy.